Industry, technology, and witchcraft. Astrological. Director, we hereby command you to take possession of Sirius B3. We expect you to assemble a landing party, make planetfall, and start mining for Lucrum 115 immediately. Please keep in mind that this game is still in development. Okay. Yep. Analyze. Analyze my data. We got the voxely stuff here. Oops. Hang on. Yeah, there we go. Pretty long generation time. I guess it's really generating the whole shebang based on that seed. Welcome to Dawn Apart, and thank you for your interest in our game. Dawn Apart is a colony automation simulation set in the alien planet Sirius B3. We've been working on this project for 3 years now, shaping the experience we've always wanted to create. We're thrilled that you can try it out. However, Dawn Apart isn't made by us developers only. Many others help us every day. You can get involved too. Join our Glass Factory on Discord to become a part of the community. Because there's still a work in progress, missing content like enemies, and you may encounter bugs. If you do, press the red button to report them, and we'll take care of the rest. To view more game-related messages, simply hit the back button at the top of the window. Got confirmation that you made planetfall on Sirius B3. Congratulations. Important messages and orders will come through here. Make sure to pay attention to them in order to progress. Your ship, the Magpie, has been converted to your temporary base camp. You can salvage it for materials, set up your landing party, and let them mine Lucrum 115 ASAP. We'll be in touch. Okay. Yeah, the visuals are a bit noisy. It's very voxely. Place and construct a mechanical workbench. In order to build machines from materials, you need a workbench. We've provided one in the Magpie, along with other essential resources. To place it, go to the construct menu in the bottom left and select workbench. Okay, that clicking is really loud. Okay. So you're right, Astro Prospector is pretty fun. Just played it till I unlocked all the upgrades. Nice. Yeah, Astro Prospector fucking rules. Best game of the NextFest so far, I think. Open the message in your events window. Craft a furnace. Construct a furnace. Oh, we have to craft. Okay. Well, let me open the event. A furnace, surely. Mechanical workbench. Craft a furnace using your prospectors or machines. Okay, they're working on it. Place and construct a furnace. Most of the machines you'll need to craft yourself. Now, I know this is Space Mining 101, but you need to craft a furnace on your mechanical workbench so you can craft checks and boxes. You should have all the necessary materials in your stockpile already. Select the mechanical workbench and click Q recipe, then select the furnace. A prospector will gather all the necessary ingredients and craft it. There it goes. As soon as the furnace has been crafted, you can place it through your construct menu at a suitable location. For your safety, I recommend building it near your landing party. Turn up the heat. Mine iron ore. Craft a steel ingot. Director, good. Good. You're making progress to the surface on the surface of Series B3. The company never had a doubt about you. The furnace is the most basic converter. It smelts ores like copper to iron ingots. Go find some iron ore in your proximity, mine it, and smelt it. Iron ore is bluish gray and can be found as patches on the ground. Use the order menu to have your prospectors mine it onto the ground. As soon as they have mined the ore, select the furnace and click change recipe and select steel ingots. Reminder, the furnace needs coal or wood as fuel. Find some of that as well. Thanks, Shinsuke Miyamoto. Helpful hints. Having trouble? Here are some tips. Oh, God. View the landing ship's cargo by dismantling its roof or using the roof view by pressing F2. Blueprints can always be placed, even if you don't have the required building. Once placed, they'll be green, and if they can be built, and yellow if you don't have the building construct to construct. Hovering any building and pressing C will select it as a blueprint. This also works for building items in the ground or conveyors. Can't place a blueprint. Use the leveling order to flatten the planet's surface. Assign individual resources to stockpiles by selecting an empty stack. Each stockpile has 4 stack slots. Building vertically increases the stack capacity but can only store one item type per stack. If a machine has an unconnected output, a white indicator will appear while placing blueprints. Check the events window, accessed from the upper left corner for quest events and incoming trader quests. Right-click on a stockpile or any machine that contains an item to haul items from it. If there are any resources with the deny icon laying on the ground, you might not have enough stockpile space. Enlist prospectors by selecting them and pressing R. Enlisted prospectors have their names underlined and will only perform combat-focused tasks. You can haul items from a stockpile to the spaceport by creating a haul to order. Right-click on the stockpile, select the item you want to move, and then left-click on the spaceport to issue the order. Place Mr. Soylence to feed your prospectors. Mind that stuff. When I was working on my tutorial, everybody told me not to make players read more than 4 to 5 words. Yes, I mean, I agree. Like, it's definitely a lot to read. It's like expecting someone to read a wall of text and actually absorb it is not really that great. I think some of the best tutorials are just ones that force you to do the one thing that you need to know how to do, and like not have it necessarily do a bunch of things back to back to back, but like, you know, move from one thing to the next and have it just show you rather than have a wall of text. It's tough to do sometimes, but all right. How do I disassemble this? You see, haul, deny, safe, unsafe, deconstruct the roofs. What does this want to be? An automation game? RimWorld-like? A Kenshi-like? It doesn't seem like a Kenshi-like. It seems like a RimWorld or Factorio. Combination between RimWorld and Factorio, perhaps. We can pause and unpause. Rimtorio, exactly. Like, visually, this just feels like a lot. Like, the voxel kind of style looks a goodly bit better, in my opinion, when you're kind of... like, when you have views like this, but also movement on voxel stuff feels pretty unnatural. This is kind of like combat music. I don't see anything, though. Like that, like having very minimum, or at least having the movements be a lot more rigid makes more sense than having it try to be so fluid, I would say. So I think this is like too much movement for voxel, is what I'm trying to get across. It said that there weren't enemies, but we can make turrets. I don't know, maybe we could make a turret. Oh, there's no fuel, right. That's right. It said that I had to get trees. So it'd likely give me a migraine if I stared at it for more than 20 minutes. Yeah. Very, very possibly. Another part that's hard about this is that the shapes aren't consistent. Sure. I mean, it's because they're moving, though. Like the Cubicraft game that we played had movement in it, but the movement kind of made a bit more sense, I would say. I can't speed up time. You want food? Okay, we got a Mr. Soylent here. Should be having that. How many people do we have? 4? Yeah, I think so. You want a toilet and a shower? Jesus Christ, guys. Come on. All right. Okay, he's doing the beds, I guess. Or no, he's doing that. He's doing the toilets. Oh my god, that guy immediately hopped on the toilet. Oh! I've been waiting for days! Oh my god! I don't have time to take off my pants. I gotta go now! Thanks for washing your hands with your big metal gloves on. So do we need to craft a bed at a workbench? Probably a normal workbench or something? Are you winning yet? I don't think so. I feel like we're still just mining way too much iron. But no, we have wood here. So can we load this up with wood? It still says no fuel, but we have a bunch of wood. It says wood, coal, or coke. I want, like, yeah, so I want to make some stockpiles, I guess. Steel plate. Ingredients in yellow are in shortage. Okay. What if I cancel all of this stuff? Will you provide fuel to this? Stop doing that. Do something else. Maybe I need to make another furnace. Do I have to, like, make coal? Let's try making coal. And then maybe we can... See, like, look. I know I'm, like, blocking it, but it's like... It says fuel here, and then when I highlight it, it's like wood, coal, or coke. And, like... And we have wood. See? No, we have raw materials. That's a symbol is wood, but all we have is iron. Even though I've chopped all this wood, I'm thoroughly confused. Cut more trees, I guess. Did we never chop any wood? Is this not getting me wood? Maybe I never got any wood. There's wood. There's wood. Okay. So I guess we just actually hadn't chopped down any trees. They were all prioritizing the mining. I just thought that this was indicating that I had wood up here, but this is not wood. That's just a symbol for raw materials that looks exactly like wood. It's like the general symbol for raw materials. Alright, let's swap this over to iron. Since now that we have the wood. Do I have the stuff to make another furnace out of curiosity? No. I don't think so. Breaking ground. Craft a small mining drill using your prospectors or machines. Place and construct a small mining drill. I don't know if that has to be placed on a... First furnace has been fired up. I'm tasking you with building a miner and the mechanical workbench and expanding your mining operation further. Half the necessary materials already at your Magpie. Yeah, automation is the key to efficiency. Workers can only do so much for you. This needs solvent. Oh, this is a lucre miner. That's different from a small drill. Feeder splitters, conveyor belts, furnaces, miners. Small mining drill. We need 40 steel ingots. Okay, so we should maybe try to do a construct conveyor belt to storage. We need steel, gears, and copper ingots. It's not in the stockpile. Okay, never mind. Absalom needs a controller. Yeah, it's definitely a controller game. That's what I played it with. I'm still waiting on this small mining drill. And I'm still waiting on this carpenter's bench, which we had wood, right? How much wood do we have? Did we use all of our wood? 33 wood left. Okay, let's say fuck that. Okay, don't worry about this thing for right now. Why aren't we making this miner? Does it have to be in this? Maybe? Does this yellow mean that it won't get built? It's not in stockpile. What? 40 steel ingots. We have 120 steel ingots. You see that? 40 steel ingots. And we have 120 steel ingots. I have no idea. Oh, we have to craft it. Right, we have to do it at the bench. Okay. Right. Just like the furnace. Okay. But we're missing ingredients here? Or what? But it says 40 steel ingots. Mechanic, we need red. Wait. We need red assembly made in mechanic. So not this table? Mechanical workbench. Copper ingots and granite something. Which we don't have. Okay, so now we need to go find copper. Okay, let's go get copper. I don't know what this is. Is this granite? Maybe that, oh, that's granite right there. Okay. So I guess each tile we assign is like a guy that's permanently doing that task, I guess. No, this is a mechanical workbench. No, wait, what? Hang on. Yeah, this is a mechanical workbench. So why can't we make this? We need a red assembly. So it needs a mechanical workbench and a red assembly something? Where the fuck is that? Miners, machines? Machines? Red assembly? Red assembler. So do we need to make the red assembler? Red assembler. Is it because I had the furnace in the queue before? Automatically assembles components, parts, and materials into products. No, I don't think we need to make this. I think we need to make this. So I still don't understand why this isn't getting made. Now it's getting made. He's working on it now. So he wasn't making it because the furnace was in the queue before it. Okay. Some kind of like a indicator to like say like, I know that it said, yeah, I don't know. I was not getting it. So some, I guess I just need my handheld with that one. Could not figure that one out. Okay, let's make it Carpenter's Workbench. Can whoever holds your hand hold my eyeballs? Yeah. Okay. Carpentry in progress. Place and construct the carpenter's bench. Got it. Now we can make those beds. Needful things completed. Great. Toilet seat spikes may not be popular, but the company found they reduced the average time in the bathroom by 40%. Wow. Workers might need to go to the restroom from time to time. By contract, they're allowed to do so. You also need to provide restrooms with toilets and sinks, or you're going to have a big mess on your hands. Keep in mind that it is your obligation to make sure they're not going to the bathroom too often and scamming you, by extension us, out of working time. See in your manifest. I see in your manifest that you have loaded up these special furnitures in your Magpie. No need to craft them. PPS from time to time they will need to eat something too. Slapping a Mr. Soylent vending machine should do the trick. Okay. Need more wood. Coffee shooter thing you guys are talking about is fun as hell. Yeah, it is. Yeah, everyone should give that one a try for sure. Yeah. Look at that. Congratulations. You get to sleep. No one else does, though. I wish that there was a speed up feature here. Bed knobs and barrackses. Commence mining operation. Mine 115 lucrum. I don't know if this thing is actually getting lucrum or not. Billy, are you sick during NextFest? Bad timing. I've been sick for 2 weeks. Almost going on 2.5 weeks now. I think I'm probably about done with this. I think I'm starting to get the hang of it and kind of understanding. I mean, it seems not terrible, but also I think visually it's very unappealing to me. Like I said, I think the voxel is pretty overwhelming in this kind of a viewpoint. But I think the big thing is just this voxel movement as well. It's just a lot. It's like kind of it's kind of a lot. I don't know. Maybe that's just the old man in me talking. But regardless, I know there's more. There's a lot more, but I mean, like, I think you get the idea of how to get started. You know, the automation kind of thing here is interesting. I think that getting the tutorial to be a little bit better with explaining how the crafting stuff works, maybe even having, like, when you land on your first planet, or like, don't have it, first of all, probably don't have it generate a seeded planet for your first go around, so that way you don't have a long load time. Just have something small that shows, that has like the workbenches laid out already, and be like, make a furnace. And so it's like, well, you have to make it at the workbench first. Okay, now you can place it, etc. Like that kind of setup to just to show that that's the way that it works, and then like you show the basics of automation, and you just have that in a like a packaged setting, so that way, because like for a demo, it's like you gotta at least I think that it would be best to, like, you know, get the player into the part that like is the fun part right away. And like figuring out how to get things from the base from nothing isn't like really the super fun part for a game like this. I don't think. I think it's like fun once you get everything kind of flowing, and you get resources going in. So like getting that into the player's hands as fast as possible is probably what I would recommend. I know that there's a tutorial that's like explaining like what to do, and it did say that like we had to craft stuff, but rather than it being like this big text thing, have it be like have these items like pre-made and in a world, and then it showing the process of making this, that, or the other thing, and mining in order to accomplish those tasks might be the way to go, rather than it being like this starting with nothing, read text, okay, then build thing, blah blah blah. So I don't know, that's what I would recommend. Seems like it could be kind of neat, but the voxel look is... I don't mind the voxel look overall, but it's just like the stuff like this, yeah, images for the game looks nice, but it's like when everything's moving, it's like we played a game like this a while ago where it has a bit of a voxel look. It's more pixelated in general, not voxely. It's that one cooking Metroidvania type game, and but then in a later version, like after we'd played the demo, they added in like all this crazy movement, which made things look very unnatural and kind of off-putting, in my opinion. Um, so I think it's good to like have things be rigid and kind of um, not try to have things flow when it comes to the voxely kind of stuff. But that's just me. Lack of contrast in the buildings just screws with my eyesight. Something fierce. Yeah, that's true too. Some more contrast on stuff would be nice. So, voxel art, colony simulation. And land on a planet, assign. I don't know if you get like more people either. Like maybe you just start with those 3 units or whatever, and like that's it. But if you do get the ability to acquire more units, that could be kind of cool. I know it said that there was like intended to be enemies in the game, so you have to defend yourself presumably against that. But that wasn't like in the demo. I think it like it said that there were no enemies in the current stage. Assign units to mining. To acquire resources. And build machines to automate processes. So yeah, I would say tutorial could probably be done better. The voxel art lacks contrast. And I think there is too much movement. Looks unnatural. I know it's not supposed to look natural, but it just looks strange, overwhelming. That's what I would say. I give it a 2. I wouldn't probably play that one again. I don't really recommend it right now. It's not. It's not awful, certainly, but it's just like not. It didn't. Maybe if we like got a full base up and running and stuff like that, it might be kind of interesting. But I think that the kind of overwhelming nature of the graphics is kind of makes me not really interested in trying to put too much more time into it. So